Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you run, we'll make your dreams come true. Nexa, 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 next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Wednesday, June the 7th, 2023. I'm Stasia Blake. Tonight, in the headlines, police investigating house fires at gun battle in St. John and a chopping incident in St. Andrew. Grenada granted expedited visa processing, not visa-free entry by Canada. Grenada joins the world in recognition of World Food Safety Day 2023. And teenager appeals for help to replace her prosthetic leg. In regional news, Trinidad local government elections set for August. And on the international front, 2 killed and 5 injured in shooting at Virginia graduation. Coming up in sports, 2 medals for Grenada at Boys Elite Pro Classic. We'll have the details for you right after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Canadians who have been issued a Canadian visa in the last 10 years or who are in possession of a valid United States visa will now have expedited visa processing when applying for a Canadian visa.
On Tuesday, Canada announced the addition of 13 countries to its Electronic Travel Authorization, or ETA, program for eligible travelers. 5 of those countries are Caribbean: Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, and Trinidad and Tobago. According to a media release, travelers from these countries who have held Canadian visas in the past 10 years or who currently hold valid U.S. non-immigrant visas can use ETA instead of a visa when traveling to Canada by air. The ETA, an entry requirement for visa-free foreigners traveling to Canada by air, is electronically linked to the traveler's passport and is valid for up to 5 years or until your passport expires, whichever comes first. Less than 24 hours after revealing the list of new visa-exempt countries, Canadian High Commissioner to Barbados and Eastern Caribbean, Lillian Chatterjee, announced that Grenada and Dominica would be listed in the CAN Plus program, which would see expedited visitors visa processing for persons who had Canadian visas within the last 10 years or a currently valid U.S. visa. Individuals who already have a valid visa can continue to use it to travel to Canada. In February this year, ahead of the 44th regular meeting of heads of government of CARICOM in the Bahamas, where Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was a guest, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell had announced plans to discuss lifting visa restrictions for Grenadians intending to visit Canada.
We certainly feel that there's no justification for continuing to require Grenadians to get a visa to travel to Canada. In fact, I think from where we sit, I think that there's no justification for a Grenadian to get a visa to travel anywhere in the world, because we really do not think that our citizens pose any security risk, any social risk to anyone. For the most part, Grenadians either travel for leisure, tourism purposes, or they travel to study, or they travel to work. And clearly, if they're traveling to work, they will only do so on proper documentation in the particular country in which they're going. So I don't think there's any. Grenada is not a place where people are persecuted. It's not a place where people are fleeing any political, social, or religious issues. We don't have an army. There's no risk of really. There's no political, social, or economic risk, I think, to any country posed by Grenada. And so we really don't think there should be any visa restrictions on our citizens, particularly to a former colony of the UK and a former member of the Commonwealth. So we certainly would be raising that issue with the Prime Minister of Canada.
GBN requested a response to this latest development from the Office of the Prime Minister and the Office of the Minister of Foreign Affairs and awaits a response. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
The Public Workers Union is encouraging public officers to be guided in the conduct of their duties in professional life by the Statutory Rules and Orders, or SR&O 1969. The PWU cautions specifically about Regulation 31, which speaks to the leaking of information.
One of the things that we want to remind workers of is that workers are not always right. Workers are sometimes wrong. The employer is not always right, but the employer is often correct. And so as an employee, as a professional, you have to ensure that you are guided and you are mindful of the rules and regulations that govern the conduct of your job, how you conduct yourself.
A strong reminder coming from the Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union, Daisy Hazard, on the heels of a case involving a long-standing executive officer in the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture, who recently prevailed in a matter brought against her by the Public Service Commission, which threatened the status of her employment. The worker was accused of leaking on social media an internal memorandum of the contractual arrangement for the hiring of Patrick Simmons and Ian Thomas as advisors to Sports Minister Ron Redhead in February. The public officer was investigated by the Public Service Commission, which set up a 3-member committee to hear the matter. Last month, the committee ruled that the PSC failed to prove its case against the worker, who had been on administrative leave since March. Hazard, who confirmed that the executive worker was returned to the substantive position as of Monday, cautions public officers against the leaking of information and reminds them of their individual responsibility to familiarize themselves with the public service rules and regulations.
There's a lot of lessons here for public officers to be mindful of the SR&O, not just 31. Many officers, long-serving officers in the public service, has never taken the time to look at the SR&O and to be very mindful of the rules and regulations that governs them. And that's an individual responsibility. The union can do its part. Supervisors are mandated by law to ensure that employees are aware of and are consistent with the SR&O. But you also have an individual responsibility to yourself.
She is also advising public officers to keep personal employment records for future reference.
When you receive a promotion, you receive a concern, you receive a reprimand, anything that you receive at all from the PSC or from your PS that relates to your job, make sure that you make a copy of those letters and keep your own personal file, whether you keep it in soft copy or you keep a hard copy file at your home, not in the government's work. so that you can refer to those documents if and when you need them. Because what the union saw in this matter with that particular officer is that that officer had been very careful over the years to accumulate personally any document that would have gone onto their file. And that officer was able to give to the attorney some files, and those files were used to vindicate and validate that officer's tenure in the public service. So that's the caution to officers.
In a recent news release, the Public Workers Union assures public servants of its commitment without prejudice to advocacy and sound representation in the best interest of its members as it aims to safeguard livelihoods and improve the lives of workers. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
The Calypso community in Grenada wants the Mardi Gras to maintain its cultural prominence on the annual Spice Mass calendar. More in this report.
The Grenada Professional Association of Calypsonians, GPAC, and the Grenada Cultural Calypso Association, GCCA, are on a mission to ensure that the cultural de Mardi Gras event does not die in Grenada. The event, which happens every Carnival Sunday, translated from French de Mardi Gras, meaning Great Sunday, and is used to judge the king and queens of the various carnival bands. Over the years, Carnival Sunday has evolved to incorporate the finals of the Calypso competition. Finley scholar Jeffrey, president of GPAC, said in 2022 the previous Spice Mass board, with the support of Calypsonians, agreed to have the Calypso finals on Carnival Thursday in St. Andrew, and the judging of the king and queen of the band should be held on Carnival Sunday. This, he said, never happened. He explained that while they are happy with the arrangement made for the Calypso finals to be held in Grenville for the second consecutive year, they are not happy with not having a de Mardi Gras event.
Because we do not want to fix Calypso to the detriment of the de Mardi Gras. I do not want, in 15 years down the road, a 15-year-old child has never heard of the concept of the Mardi Gras. Because our role here is to preserve and protect and grow that foundational part of Carnival, which is the Mardi Gras. And we cannot allow it to just go down the road. We as Calypsonians are happy with the Calypso being at the Thursday night in Grenville. Honestly, we are happy. However, what we're not happy with is that there is not going to be a Mardi Gras.
Finley said after realizing that it is too late to remedy the issue for this year's carnival, both the new Spice Mass Committee and the Calypso Committee came up with a solution starting in 2024.
Going forward, and this is the important bit, going forward, as of 2024, we do not want to sacrifice the Mardi Gras. And so in 2024 and going forward, we have the commitment of the Spice Mass Corporation that there will be the Mardi Gras, that the Mardi Gras will return. In whatever form, we have a year and probably 2 months to decide on that. Whether it is based on our proposal that we have the Calypso finals divorced from the Mardi Gras on this Thursday night in Grenville, which would suit the Calypsonians already, and then have the Mardi Gras as we propose, or you bring back the Calypso finals as part of the Mardi Gras on Sunday. Those two, we don't mind.
The president is now expecting this new arrangement to be solidified through a formal agreement.
We have had the confirmation buying from the Spice Mass that there will be a Mardi Gras. We had a written confirmation because we understand that Spice Mass boards, they do change. And we do not want next thing we don't, God forbid, we don't foresee that this would happen. That a new board comes in 2024 or 2025 and goes back to some place where we do not want them go. So if we have that written confirmation that there will be a Mardi Gras, and not only that Sunday night Mardi Gras will be protected, that there will be no other competing interest on that night, because of course Big Sunday Mardi Gras.
The president was speaking at a press conference on Wednesday. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The National Disaster Management Agency has announced its 2023-2024 emergency shelters within the various parishes. The announcement is part of the agency's annual preparedness campaign for the Atlantic hurricane season. More in this report.
Out of the 136 buildings inspected as emergency shelters, the National Shelter Inspection Team approved 100 this year. The National Disaster Management Agency announced this on Wednesday afternoon. Chief Shelter Warden Angela Finley outlined the shelters that were approved, which include those in the Sister Isles.
St. Andrew Northwest, St. Mary's Catholic School, Lafayette, Mirabel Pentecostal Church, Mirabel SDA Church, Paraclete Government School, Wester Hall SDA Church, Wester Hall Secondary School, Corinth Government School, St. Dominic's Catholic School, Pedmata, St. Theresa's Catholic School, Carriacou. We have Bogles Community Center, Harveyvale Government School, Hillsborough Government School, Glad Tidings Church, Dover Government School, Mount Pleasant Government School.
10 shelters were approved in St. George Northeast, 6 in the town of St. George, 6 in South St. George Southeast 5, St. George Northwest 7, St. John 10, St. Mark 3, St. Patrick West 2, St. Patrick East 8, St. Andrew's Southeast 3, St. Andrew Southwest 9, St. Andrew Northeast 4, St. David South 5, St. David North 4, Carriacou 8, and Petitmartinic 2. Finley also highlighted the 7 new shelters added to the list this year.
The new additions in 2023 are as follows: New Hampshire Faith Church, St. George's Northeast, Ebenezer Church of God Learning Center, St. George's Northeast, Woburn Methodist School, St. George South, Mount Rose SDA Primary School, St. Patrick East, Samaritan Presbyterian School, St. Patrick East, Hillsborough Secondary School, Carriacou. And removed from the list for 2023 is Mount Rose Preschool, St. Patrick East.
The number of shelters approved this year is 5 more than what was approved in 2022. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
Shakira Hippolyte needs your help in replacing her prosthetic leg. The 18-year-old relayed her story. GBN's Christina John.
Shakira Hippolyte of Rose Hill St. Patrick was born with 1.5 limbs, but being differently abled did not stop her from trying to fit in with her 2-legged pairs.
It's been tough on my ends because sometimes I used to watch other kids do certain things I want to do. My parents would be like, you cannot do that and stuff like that. And I, for myself, would want to be out there experiencing stuff like that. Most times, sometimes I'm sorry, I would cry about it. And my grandma would be like, there are not things to cry, don't cry about that. God made you like that. God has a reason why he made you like that. You have a purpose in life. And don't watch other people and feel bad and stuff like that. And then at one point in time, I just accepted myself.
She secured her first prosthetic leg in the early stage of primary school. She has since outgrown the original leg and was blessed with another.
Samaritan came down here to help a lady. I can't recall her name exactly, but the lady was at the edge of dying. So she told us, Good Samaritan, that she do not want the help, but she wants her to give me the help. She mentioned me to her and tell her about me. And then the lady, of course, respected the lady's wishes and came to me. But she contacted my mother. Actually, she came right here at her house and she told her what is the case. And then she paid for all the travel fees and the cost of my leg. Well, she didn't pay for the leg, though. I think she bought it with her own money.
Shakira completed her secondary education in 2021 and is now seeking the public's assistance in purchasing a new leg, as the one she now has can no longer withstand her weight.
Challenges I faced is that I have grown out the leg, and because I have grown it out, Me walking in it still, because I have to walk around, I have to do stuff, I have to do my own little thing. Me walking in it too much is causing my foot to hurt, bruise, and it's squeezing me at the moment because I've grown it out and I'm growing my leg. I have reached out to my auntie and she had offered to help me. But because the cost of the leg is too much, she alone cannot handle the financial cost. So we're seeking the nation's attention to give the little they can, no matter if it's big or small, to contribute to me getting the leg. Because the leg costs, the company we reached out in America says the leg costs $10,000 US.
Anyone wishing to make a contribution can do so through her GoFundMe page or through account number 4100794457 or contact her via 423-7767. Christina John, GBN News.
And this is news at 7. Coming up, police investigating house fires, a gun battle in St. John, and a chopping incident in St. Andrew. Stay with us.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card, and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Big money, money, money. $3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th, 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true. Money, money, money.
The Ministry of Agriculture and its regional partners will feature all things coconut next week at the Grenada Trade Center. June 12th, opening ceremony and exhibition, day 1 only. Practical training sessions on tissue culture, new strategies on pest management, and site visits to spin-off coconut industries. Farmers, stakeholders, and business partners, be a part of the process in taking the industry forward. The Regional Coconut Training and and Exhibition, June 12th to the 15th, 2023. For further information, contact the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Hubbard's is once again innovating the way you shop with its new online store, providing 24-hour shopping convenience. You can shop now for appliances, hardware, houseware, building material, and more. Free delivery island-wide. Start shopping now at hubbardshardware.gd. Safe, convenient, reliable.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
June 7th is observed globally as World Food Safety Day, drawing attention to food standards. The observance seeks to inspire action to help prevent, detect, and manage foodborne risks, contributing to food security, human health, economic prosperity, agricultural production and market access, tourism, and sustainable development. Agriculture Minister Adrian Thomas, in his address in recognition of World Food Safety Day 2023, said food safety is one of the things we have to get right.
When we forget about food safety, we get sick. Food safety matters to all of us. The Food and Agriculture Organization supports countries to transform agri-food system so that they benefit people and the planet. And we work to ensure that food is safe, which will support long-term human development as well as achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. The FAO calls on policymakers, practitioners, and investors to reorient their activities to increase the sustainable production and consumption of safe foods. Agricultural food, trade, and industry development policies should be underpinned by science-based food standards to promote food safety.
The theme of this year's World Food Safety Day 2023 is Food Standards Save Lives. A revamped agriculture program was launched on Wednesday. What was once the Farm Labor Program is now the Agricultural Development Assistance Program, ADAPT.
This enhanced program, ADAPT, seeks to revitalize the agriculture sector, maximize agriculture production, and boost food security. The previous Farm Labor Program was designed to assist farmers with clearing lands for planting. However, this new program takes on a different approach. Here are some of the objectives as outlined by Minister with Responsibility for Agriculture, Senator Adrian Thomas.
The objective of this program is to really assist the farmers in particular and the fisher folk. Those areas we believe contribute significantly to food security, and we dare not label those two groups of people that contribute to the development of food production in our country. We also want to increase production with that new program. We want to improve the national food and nutrition security, and we want to boost income in the farming community.
Minister Thomas explained how the program will function.
In a nutshell, the program really and truly encompasses labor support, because we're going to still have an aspect of the project where we offer farmers labor support. But this time around, we will not be forming our own labor gangs. We are asking the farmer to mobilize the support, mobilize the labor support, mobilize the workers. These workers may have been working with the farmers 2 and 3 years. They have the training, they have the know-how. Rather than bringing in somebody very new who may have the problems of identifying plants. You may have problems of identifying weeds from commercial plants. And if you don't have the training to work on the farmer's plot, you should not be encouraged to be part and parcel of the program.
The Agriculture Minister further explained who qualifies for the program.
Sometimes when people hear about Farm Labor Program, they think about, even though they are working outside of the agricultural sector, they remember that they have some land in the mountain and that need to be cleared up. And then they will apply for the program and present themselves. We do not want to go in that direction. We want to cater for the active farmers. We're going to have other programs where farmers want to take the baptism and they want to get into the agricultural sector. Well, if you want to get into the agricultural sector, there will be a place for you in the future. But at this point in time, we really want to focus on the active farmers in this particular program.
The aim is to also introduce farmers to the use of technology in agriculture production through training. The minister said under the ADAPT program, priority will be given to a number of crops.
There are some crops that we really want to pay particular attention to, and topping the list is nutmeg production, which we refer to as the black gold. Next in line is cocoa production, and I personally refer to cocoa as the brown gold. And we have soursop, which I refer to as the green gold. And right on stream now, PS, we do have what we refer to as the mango production, and some people refer to it as the yellow gold.
It is anticipated that spice production will be boosted through the replanting of spices, citrus, root crops, and tubers, and coconuts are among a list of other crops that will be given special attention, and farmers will be assisted with planting materials for those crops. Christina John, GBN News.
GBN has been reliably informed that Zakeem Phillip, a 16-year-old student from Concord, has been found. Last week, Thursday, the Royal Grenada Police Force issued a missing person bulletin in an effort to locate Phillip. A police source has confirmed that Phillip, who goes by the alias Pamol, was found sometime today. Meanwhile, the Community Relations Department within the Royal Grenada Police Force, RGPF, has confirmed that a fire consumed one house and partially destroyed a shop, a storeroom, and 2 other houses in the area commonly known as Gun Battle in St. John late Tuesday afternoon. Police also confirmed that the buildings affected by the fire were attached to each other. A video circulating on social media showed residents in the area coming to the aid of homeowners trying to prevent the flames from spreading before members of the fire department arrived. Reports reaching GBN's newsroom indicate that the fire may be a case of arson, but police say no arrest is being made as the investigation is still ongoing to determine the cause of the fire. Meanwhile, one man is presently hospitalized after receiving a chop to his neck area in Griffith Lane in St. Andrews sometime between 7 and 8 p.m. Tuesday night. Eyewitness reports state that the individual was heard quarreling with someone before he was observed running towards Telescope Road, where he collapsed at a nearby supermarket. The police arrived at the scene and rushed the man to receive medical attention. No arrest has been made in connection with this event, and investigations are still ongoing. More information on this story will be made available as it comes to hand. And now it's time to take a peek into the GBN ISAW lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Gina Mitchell of PT Martinique is sharing what she calls a beautiful scene in tonight's GBN ISAW. Gina said on her way to PT Martinique from Carriacou, she observed the mating process of two green sea turtles. The mating process happens for many hours. A few weeks after mating, the female turtle will go ashore and dig a hole in the sand where she will lay her eggs. We thank our citizen journalists for this beautiful submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And still to come, 2023 Little Miss Grenada pageant queen Jella McMillian ventures on hamper distribution drive with Boss Care Team. We'll be back in a moment.
Rhythms of Spice is back Sunday, June 11, 3 p.m. at Mount Cinnamon Lawn. A spicy, classy explosion of Grenadian talent featuring Project Music, Fahrenheit, Zorina Andel, Godson Brown, Cool Jazz Band, Angel Hobbs, Tivoli Dancers, and special guest Tony Paul and Vonette Bickford from Trinidad. Rhythms of Spice, June 11, 3 p.m. Mount Cinnamon Lawn. Tickets $50 on sale at Grenadian Optical St. George's, Art and Soul, Spiceland Mall, Gittins Pharmacy in Granville, and Go to Fed. More at the door. Children 12 and under free. Sponsors Grenada Tourism Authority, Ministry of Culture, Kalinago Hotel, Hubbard's, GBN, Boss FM, Real FM, HD Sounds, Danny D, Bridens, Independence Agencies, Gabriel's Rental, Cafe Skyline, and Comon Medical. Walk with your picnic chairs and beach towels.
Shop at Southern Electrical for all your security camera needs. We offer a wide variety of cameras such as solar cameras with or without lights, 4G cameras, Wi-Fi and PoE kits, 4, 8, and 16 channel, replacement cameras for PoE, standalone Wi-Fi cameras, floodlights with cameras, watch cameras, pen cameras, and much more. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grandin, St. George. Let us help you with your security needs. Southern Electrical, best value, expert advice, quality products.
At
Quartz Optical. Two are better than one. Be ready for any occasion with not one, but 2 pairs of complete eyewear. Choose from our wide range of fashionable brands. Buy one and get a second pair free. That's 2 pairs with no cash and pay later. Book your free eye exam today online at quartzoptical.com. 2 are better than one. Buy one, get one free. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
And 10 young men between the ages of 18 and 25 will get free passes to attend the Hello Dad Conference and Health Fair scheduled for the Kiani James Athletic Stadium from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. this Saturday.
The initiative is geared to garner more interest in the Hello Dad Conference, which is geared to inspire young men to become the best version of themselves, great fathers, build strong families, and provide love and security in the home. According to event organizer Nigel John, they are catering for a maximum of 100 persons, and registration for the one-day activity closes on Friday. He is encouraging support for the initiative and provided an update on the cast of men on board with the initiative.
We have Pastor Ben Newton, who basically share a story. I would not really open it up, but many of you who might be angry about the life that you may not have had a connection with the Father, I think that you need to be there to hear Pastor Ben's story and how he changed his life around to become a man, a father that can be an inspiration for many others.
Also slated to attend is Reverend Dr. Osbert James, who will address the issue of grief.
He will become covering the subject and how love can help us to overcome many of these things, and the family support can help us to overcome many of these things. The afternoon session will be Richard Duncan covering financial security, Dr. Peter from the SU who is going to cover health security. So we also have an international health specialist, Dr. Niels Triton, and Dr. Triton will be dealing on an area that concerns conflict resolution, a very important issue to deal with in terms of your communication and your level of resolving the issues that would break apart the family.
Mrs. Louise Nayak Francois is the only woman among the cast of motivational speakers and will provide a woman's perspective based on her relationship with her father. She said doctors will be on hand to provide motivational health advice to participants. The health fair component of the event will end at 5 p.m.
We know that Grenada have a high percentage of men with prostate cancer, and men shy away from these things. And of course, prostate cancer don't kill. If you get it on time, you can really live well. Dr. Batiste is doing prostate cancer. He's from the hospital. And we also have Dr. Daniel Thomas now, who is a specialist of internal, and he was looking at colon cancer. So he'll be doing all the talks, all the peps, all the inspiration to get the men to do something about their body, and need be, if there is any issues, they could follow up with them.
Jerry Gordon, another Hello Dad conference moderator, spoke of a special canvas painting initiative carded for the afternoon session.
In the afternoon, we'll be doing a painting session to allow the men to paint their positive life stories on canvas. Actually, at the men's prison, we had a few men, be a part of the men's conference, right? And these are some of the paintings that they did. We'll also be doing a masterpiece on between the 12th and the 16th, and the showcase will be on the 17th, right? Then we have a VIP session on the 18th.
Young men interested in obtaining a free pass to attend Saturday's event can contact telephone numbers 536-9559 or 533-4487 for more information. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
It's not how big the gift is, but the impact it has on the lives of those in receipt. Those are the sentiments expressed by the Boss Care team as they reached out to residents of care homes across the island.
Boss Care family, I hope this small token of appreciation brings a little extra happiness to your guys' lives.
Members of the Boss Care team embarked on a hamper distribution drive earlier this week, making deliveries to 4 care homes in St. Patrick, St. Mark, and St. John. Assisting with the distribution was the winner of the 2023 Little Miss Grenada pageant, Jella Macmillan. The gifts were a welcomed gesture, which will ease the financial burdens associated with purchasing supplies for residents of these care homes. George Mason, acting manager at the Charles Memorial Home, says he's happy to see young people looking out for the elderly.
Cushions are very, very appreciated because it helps and it creates a bond between the home and the community, because we have the residents here, and because of the challenges financially and so on, we are pressed in terms of our expenses monthly. So this supplements our cost, and it helps us to save and be able to spend in other areas. So we are very appreciative of such contributions which come from time to time.
Lavon Wells is a caregiver at the Hillsview Home in Guelph. She says a donation like these brings a good feeling to them, knowing that people do care. Nefertiti Jamot, Center Director at Boss Care, says this initiative is a manifestation of a vision. The team is 6 members strong and into its 3rd year of existence. She believes it's all about impacting the community in which we live and citing reaching out to others who are shut-ins as one way of expressing love and care.
Strong believer I do, and as a person who grew up in poverty to some extent, I believe in giving back. So this came from a special place for me. When we initially started, we did 1 home. I would not say the name for the record, but this year we decided to expand our reach to touch more lives. So we have been able to contribute to 4 homes, 4 homes this year, and with the hope to grow that number every year. So next year we'll add another number to 5, 6 as we go along.
Acting Supervisor Shamika Chaitan had this to add.
If that they received today may not be big, but the warmth and the tenderness are big. hope it put a smile on their face. Yes.
Jamot expressed her gratitude to the business community, especially in St. Andrew, and her team members who made personal contributions to the hampers. The center director said they intend to make this an annual event and extended an invitation to other like-minded individuals wishing to assist with items such as toiletries, clothing, and non-perishable food to give them a call on 534-1189 or 456-1189 or contact via Facebook, Bosque Daycare Center. Chrislina John, GBN News.
And stay with us. We'll have the sports report when we return.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
The Ministry of Agriculture and its regional partners will feature all things coconut next week at the Grenada Trade Center. June 12th, opening ceremony and exhibition, day 1 only. Practical training sessions on tissue culture, new strategies on pest management, and site visits to spin-off coconut industries. Farmers, stakeholders, and business partners, be a part of the process in taking the industry forward. The Regional Coconut Training and Exhibition, June 12th to the 15th, 2023. For further information, contact the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives.
$3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th, 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true. Money, money, money.
And welcome, sports fans. Well, Grenada represented Pure Grenada well at last weekend's Roger Boyce Elite Pro Classic bodybuilding competition in Barbados, with Charleston Miller earning the silver medal in the men's bodybuilding over 90 kilograms category, and Odell Cato capturing bronze in the men's physique over 179 centimeters. The event, which was hosted by the Barbados Amateur Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation, featured male and female competitors from countries across the region. Cecil Mitchell is the president of the Grenada Bodybuilding, Weightlifting and Fitness Federation, GBBWF.
We're going back to the drawing board now
and we're going back into development season, and next time definitely I'm sure that they will be successful. I would also want to shout out other bodybuilders out there or people that are interested in bodybuilding, fitness, men's physique, bikini model, bikini wellness. These are other categories, especially the ladies. This is a call for you to join the team, get involved in bodybuilding. It's really a healthy sport, and let's go there and make Grenada proud.
This was Billy and Cato's first official competition for this year, and both athletes were elated with their performance.
For my first time being in a big regional show like this, it was nerve-wracking, firstly. It was, apart from nerve-wracking, it was fun. Honestly, it was good fun. You know, me and Odell got to spend some time together dying under the training, you know. But it was real fun. Honestly, it was fun. It was competitive. It was extremely competitive. There was over 100 and something different athletes, you know. So we had to just bring our best out there, and that's what we tried to do, and that's what we done.
Going into the event, I was a lot confident, to be honest. Like, I had no fear. I had no worries. I tell myself that, I'm going to go out there, do my best. And whatever the outcome is, I'll be satisfied with the outcome. It turns out that I went out there, man, I pulled the show, to be honest. I did pull the show. I pulled the show, but the judges ended up placing me at third, but we were still grateful for the third position. Being that was my first show ever, first time being on stage, first time representing Grenada and at such a high event. It was really good. It was really good.
Cindy Henry, General Manager of the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, says the NLA is pleased to sponsor such initiatives. However, she's calling on corporate Grenada to give more support.
What we would like to see is more accountability from the federations and the various associations for the development of the various disciplines in which they're responsible for. We would like to see more local events that would give the athletes more exposure. And what is very, very important is that we would like to see a greater support from a wider cross-section of the corporate community. The NLA remains committed to sponsoring the development, of course, sports culture, and of course the integrity of our games and the overall development of Grenada.
West Indies clinched the 3-match one-day international series with a 78-run win over the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, in the second match at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium on Tuesday. West Indies had a win with half centuries from openers Brandon King and Johnson Charles, and they posted a healthy 306 all out in 49.5 overs. We get more in this report.
Batting first, the men in maroon scored a commanding 306 all-out in 49.5 overs. Once more, the opening partnership of Brandon King and Johnson Charles provided a solid foundation of 129 before Charles fell for 63. Brandon King fell shortly after for 64. Later, late-order contributions of 37 from Odin Smith and 26 from Kavim Hodge provided a late flow of runs. Zahur Khan was the pick of the bowlers for the UAE with 3 wickets for 44 runs. The West Indies immediately set the hosts on the back foot at 15 for 1, which eventually led to 95 for 5. However, an 80-run partnership between Basil Hamid and Ali Nasir prolonged the Windies' victory. Roston Chase and Kavim Hodge each took 2 wickets as the UAE closed their innings on a respectable 228 for 7 from 50 overs, handing the West Indies victory by 78 runs and to take the 3-match ODI series 2-0.
Argentina's legend Lionel Messi will join American side Inter Miami after his exit from French champions Paris Saint-Germain. The former Barcelona forward is set to reject a more lucrative offer from Saudi Arabian side Al Hilal. The Miami deal includes collaborations with brands like Adidas and Apple. Messi, who's 35, won the Ballon d'Or award for the world's best player 7 times and is expected to win it later this year after World Cup success. This is the first time Barcelona icon Messi has played outside Europe. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports today. And now for a look at what's been happening around the globe today. We start off in Trinidad, where it's been announced that local government elections will be held on August the 14th. The announcement was made via the Office of the Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Rowley. We get more in this report.
The OPM in a media release said Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has advised President Christine Kangaloo to appoint Monday, August 14, 2023 as the date for the holding of the local government elections. Nomination day will be Monday, June 26, 2023. The House of Representatives on Monday approved amendments to the Miscellaneous Municipal Corporations Extension of Terms of Office and Validation Bill 2023, paving the way for the calling of the elections, once the bill is assented to by the President. Local government elections were postponed in December 2022 when parts of Miscellaneous Provisions Local Government Reform Act 2020 were proclaimed and government extended the terms of all councillors and aldermen for a fourth year. UNC activist Ravi Bhalgavin Maraj challenged the decision all the way to the Privy Council. On May 18th, the Privy Council ruled that the government's extension of the local government term from December 2022 to December 2023 was unlawful.
St. Kitts and Nevis has recorded 4 murders over a 24-hour period this week up to Tuesday, for a total of 16 since the start of the year. The security situation prompted Prime Minister and National Security Minister Dr. Terence Drew to address the nation on Tuesday.
Our federation has been shaken by the recent upsurge in gun violence, from reports, the majority of which are linked to gang-related crimes highly concentrated in the community of Central Bastia. As Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, I express my sincere regrets and deepest condolences to the families of those who have succumbed to violent crimes and who are in bereavement at this time. I also share the concerns of our communities and the nation as a whole. Each life is precious. Every endeavor should be made to preserve life and maintain the safety of our people.
He outlined increased security measures and efforts to bolster the capabilities of the security forces in the Federation.
Crime reduction requires the input and efforts of all of us. I therefore appeal to the general public to cooperate with the security forces. Immediately, the security forces will implement the following. 1. Increased security presence in our communities through various methods. 2. Further engagement of regional and international security experts to work along with our forces. 3. Strengthening of the intelligence capabilities of the security forces. 4. Expansion of the CCTV infrastructure island-wide. And 5. Enhancement of evidence-gathering capabilities to ensure that perpetrators are brought to justice.
2 people were killed and 5 others injured in a shooting at a graduation ceremony in Virginia. The shooting outside the Altria Theater in Richmond sent hundreds of people, many of them wearing graduation gowns, running for safety. We get more in this report.
A high school graduation ceremony in Richmond, Virginia turns to chaos when gunfire breaks out. 7 people are shot, 2 of them fatally. Police say the shots were fired outside of the theater when the ceremony was wrapping up. Witnesses say people grabbed their children and ran for cover. At least 12 others were injured. The 2 victims include an 18-year-old man and another man who was 36. A 19-year-old suspect is in custody. A motive is still not known.
That's what's been happening around our globe today. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Police investigating house fires, a gun battle in St. John, and a chopping incident in St. Andrew. Grenada granted expedited visa processing, not visa-free entry by Canada. Grenada joins the world in recognition of World Food Safety Day 2023, and teenager appeals for help to replace her prosthetic leg. In regional news, Trinidad local government elections set for August. And in international news, 2 killed and 5 injured in shooting at Virginia graduation. In sports, 2 medals for Grenada at Boys Elite Pro Classic. If you missed any part of this newscast, there will be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Join us again tomorrow.